Hi everyone. In the last video, we talked about something called the so what technique. The so what technique is a very simple technique in the whole gamut of tools available in reframing. Now, reframing is a very simple tool that we apply in problem solving. And why it is helpful is because our left brain is intuitive and it tries to jump into a problem into the solution mode. So if the brain is given a problem, there is a tendency to leap to a solution, right? This is what happens when you are given a problem. Immediately people say, especially in India, this is what is the solution. I will tell you this is what is the solution. But most of the times the solution that they tell is actually not the solution and it doesn't work, right? So reframing is a great tool, and it's often neglected in the business because most often we feel that defining the problem is something we already know, and there is no particular need to put time and energy into defining the problem, and so let's come and solve the problem. However, this is not the efficient way. Research has proven that if you put more time to define the problem, there are high chances that you will be able to solve the problem much more effectively and in much lesser time, and probably much more creatively. In fact, Einstein said that if he had 60 minutes to solve the problem, he would devote 59 minutes to understand the problem or frame the problem or reframe the problem. So reframing is actually like thinking like a detective. So how does a detective think is, what is the crime, and then he sees what are the clues and information available across this point where the crime has happened. And then he takes all of those clues and information and categorizes them into buckets, and then collects more information and clues from there, and then he makes certain hypotheses and then tries to either prove or disapprove those hypotheses. This is how a detective works. So if we try to apply the same technique in business, in solving problems, let's understand, let's put certain steps to solve those problems. So the first step is to get a written definition of the problem that the team is trying to solve. Why written is important? In my experience, while I have facilitated problem solving in the teams, I have found that often a very simple problem is often articulated very differently by different team members, which actually will help us a lot in terms of defining the problem. The second step or second best practice is to get some boundary spanners in the team. Now, boundary spanners are those people who sits on the boundary of the functional area where we are trying to solve this problem and somewhere else. So, for example, these people should not be really into the functional area, but they should be knowing something. These people can be internal customers or suppliers who interfaces with the process. The third step is then to collectively ask certain questions. Those questions could be why, what if, and when, and certain other diagnostic questions like when does this problem occurs, how frequently, what are the motivators, what are the triggers when this happens, and what if we let the problem remain as it is and we do not solve, which means effectively what exactly is the impact of those solutions. So in my blog, I have mentioned several other situations where this reframing could help us get a much creative solution. There is a website, interesting website called innocentive.com, which only focuses on reframing the problems so that those problems can be solved by experts from different industries, not from their industry, from different other industries. And there are several other case studies. Please read them below in my blog. Thank you.